Man, it's been wet and rainy and cold over here, folks. Oh, I put my little heater on. Oh. So welcome back to H.O. Power Train. That's good. The official drink of H.O. Power Train. Just joking, folks. No sponsor. Just drinking Dr. Pepper.
I can't drink coffee anymore. I have a freaking coffee allergy that I just found out. What the hell?
If you haven't seen, I broke this locomotive and then I redeemed it on the second video. It was like a day later, I went ahead and redeemed this locomotive. The DCC decoder that's sitting in this now, it is a Tsunami 2, just like it was before, but it's slightly different. I cannot run this locomotive anymore with the SD60M, which is a good thing because I got another one like this coming. It causes the speed to run a little faster than the SD60M. Now I could get into speed matching, but quite frankly, I just have too many other projects to do right now. So right now, we just have to let her run solo by herself and be more of a sentimental remembrance piece. We still gonna run on the damn layout. Chill out. So before we go in the back and let her run again and show y'all in real time how she runs, we do have a little glitches with it. Now the main glitch is no sound. I was testing things, I was touching the wrong prongs, and one of the prongs was to the speaker. I gave it 14 volts and blew it out. So there's no sound. The lights are kind of funky, and things are not the same like it used to be. It's not perfect, but we have her running again. That's the most important thing, correct? Correct? Grab old Papa so y'all can see a real run in real time. I can see. Alright. Alright, let's put her back. I can't get Mom and Son's car hooked into the after. Come on, Mom and Son. Alright. There you go, Tammy and Ray. If you haven't seen Tammy and Ray's channel, go check out Mom and Son Railroad. They have a lot of good rail fanning videos they got going on. They gave me this rail car, and they're just playing around, all good people to go see. So go check them out if you can get a chance. Put this one in. Oh, plug in my power source. I gotta get a better power source for my layout. Maybe this summer. There's a lot of things I want to do. She's a runner. I did put a keep alive in it, so it's still kind of okay. It's not the same, man. It's not perfect. It's not the same as it once was. It's like a car wreck. Once you get in a car wreck, the car is never the same. Yeah. Being that that locomotive went through all what it went through, that is very sentimental to me. That adds so much sentimental value to me, man. It's unreal. Now, let's get on to the big news. We got our track plan figured out onto the middle section. Close to figured out. So the old track plan we had on paper was a complete bust, and I have to scratch it. Here, as you can see, those heavy loads that broke my shit is sitting right here, right? This is a small little containment yard when we pull off the siding, which is here. This is the main, this is the siding, and this is the containment yard, so we can come in here with our switches and switch on through this metal industry. Walking y'all through this, keep in mind that this is going to be a functional and efficient work area, industry should we call it, okay? Everything is going to have a purpose, and things are going to be to where it's efficient moving rail product, okay? So switchers are going to come in, move these cars out, place them onto this holding track here, so we can offload the scrap junk on this holding track. Then we're going to have another switch that's going to switch off of the holding track to put our pellets into this track, so it can come up this skip hoist here and skip hoist things to come up, the material into your blast furnace. And the 3 inner, which I need a 3 switch here. The 3 inner for the molten metal to come off. The molten metal and the slag. So the molten metal is going to come off here, and we're going to run it to an industry in the back. It's going to be a big garage here, big old shed here. And we're going to have a slag dump. Okay, so these 2 are going to be for slag, or maybe just this one for slag. So still not nailed down, but the slag is going to come off. And perhaps come this way. I do not want to go through this area with the slag. It's going to come off here and have a slag dump pit here so the trucks can pick it up and haul it off. She's still running pretty good, huh? Sadly, no sound. But anyway, this is going to be the transfer line to transfer up, back and forth from the siding to transfer back into the holding. Here I experimented with a 3rd line for holding, but I'm gonna do a small 3rd line for my switchers. Of course, I want to leave myself some room for scenery and everything else. It's not all about just track and trains. You know, you gotta have scenery and things so it could run through. That's just the common sense of things. Okay. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep rolling, rolling. We still may do a little junkyard here, a bunch of little HO scale cars here. I have to find a company that makes the HO scale stuff. I had a printer, I could print all this up, and I could just make them rusty looking and just put them in there with a little paint slapped on them. My buddy, the plumber, he has a 3D printer, and man, he does all kind of awesome stuff. If you don't know his channel, go check out the Plumber 33 and tell him David sent you. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? So getting back to the 3D printing stuff, I'm very, very interested in it. Of course, it's a hobby within a hobby, and I do have a lot going on here. Hopefully by the summer, maybe, fingers crossed, if everything goes good with life and work and everything else, I can get me a printer. I'm looking to the Ender 3s like the Plumber has. Looks pretty cool, man. That looks like a pretty cool setup for a relatively good price. I saw the Adventure 4s, and I like the way they're set up, but it looks like they put too much money into the Adventure 4 product, such as putting cameras in it, enclosing it, and everything else, without auto leveling of a bed. You're correct, Steve. The auto leveling means a lot on those things. So looks like I'm gonna pretty much get the Ender 3 like you have. So that was the big thing I've been doing this week, is setting this up, getting a track plan going on. Now I gotta order some switches. Of course, I was sidetracked by buying another Locomotive, an SD60M. I really love running a consist, and with my grades, a consist is very helpful to those engines. So I have to get me another one, or pull small cars, right? She did not skip a beat, man. That thing is running. It didn't even have one glitch. Oh. Man. Love that Locomotive. That's why I'm kind of glad it happened, because it only brought me closer to that Locomotive more than ever. For so long I was dreading the fact that one hitting the floor was like, oh man, this and that. But when I put it back together, it was just like this spiritual thing of doing it. I don't know, it was very, very uplifting for me. My ditch lights don't work on it. I wired something wrong when I put it together, because I lost the diagram sheet and the old decoder was not the same. So as you know, I'm always going to strive to improve. I may have some falls and knockdowns and things and hurdles to overcome, but I'm always going to try to improve as we go along with HO Powertrain. So with all that being said, thank you for coming by, and I'll catch you on the next one.